friends. Welcome to the new video on Scratch. In this video, you will learn a simple way to create drag and drop activity. You will learn how objects are dragged and dropped over other objects. This trick is useful in creating drag-drop based puzzles and games. Teachers can use this technique to create interactive exercises for revision and to help kids learn new concepts in any subject. As you see here, when I click on the instructions button, the instructions come down, scrolling from the top, in a red box. Instructions say that I need to drag and drop the living and non-living things into the correct category. I need to click on the Start button to begin. So, here I click on the Start button. Wow! The instructions box is gone and the two boxes are shown. One each for living and non-living things. So, I try the cat. It is moving back to its top left corner if I leave it in between. The same happens if I try to drop it in the incorrect box, that is, non-living. We all know that cat is a living thing. Finally, it drops in the correct box. This is how the exercise is solved. Let us click on the Restart button. So, the activity starts all over again. Now let us look in detail how this has been created. First, let us identify the parts that make this activity. As you see, things begin when I click on the Instructions button. This button is a sprite I designed in the sprite editor using Rectangle tool and Text tool. There are two rectangles. One is the hollow rectangle with black outline and the other is the solid red rectangle. Over the red rectangle, the instructions are written in white color with Text tool. In the similar fashion, the Restart button sprite and Instruction button sprite are created. Now, we see the Start button sprite. It is Start written over a green, circular button. What about other sprites? This is Living Things box. This is Non-Living Things box. These are the sprites taken from the sprites library and text is written on them with sprite editor. Cat, hen, apple, and donut are also taken from sprites library. Now is the time to look at the code of the activity. First, we see what is happening on clicking the instructions button. It is simply broadcasting a message, restart, to all the sprites. Clicking on this, the instructions should appear. Let us see how this is being handled. When instructions sprite receives the message, restart, it gets visible and comes gliding down from the top to the position X 45 and Y 25. This is the area of the screen where it comes down and stops. When does it hide? When I click on the Start button. Then, the living and non-living things boxes are revealed. What happens when the Start button was clicked? On clicking Start button, it shrinks its size by -10, a sound of pop is played, and, after 0.2 seconds, it comes back in its original size. This gives a look of button click. The sounds can be added in Sounds tab, here, and clicking this, Add Sound, button. This is the sound library from where you can pick the sound of your choice. Finally, the Start button is sending a message, Start, to all the sprites. And hides itself. How other sprites respond to the Start message? The instructions, as you see, are shifted to the top of the screen by setting position Y to 500. Let me show you how it is working. I am removing this hide block for a while. And then, I again click on the Start button. See how the instruction sprite is shifted to top. Let us put back the hide block. Now, I am interacting with the main activity by dragging and dropping the living and non-living things. Let us now see the cat first. How are we dragging and dropping the cat in right place? When the cat receives start message, it first moves to its top left corner, that is, X -202 and Y 116. Then, a for loop is added. It is an infinite loop and it will run throughout the activity. So, infinitely, it is checking something with the help of an if block. If blocks help in checking certain conditions to take some action accordingly. Here, we are checking two conditions. Both the conditions are combined using an and operator block. One condition is checking that cat is not touching the box named living box. And the other condition is checking that user mouse click is done, that is, user has released the mouse button. Both these conditions are combined with the AND operator, and this entire combination is put inside the condition slot of the if block, as you see here. So, if the cat is not touching the living things box and mouse is released, then what should happen? Yeah, you guessed right. The cat will move back to its top left corner. And, also, the cat's drag mode is set to not draggable. The same code will go for the hen, apple and donut. The only difference is their locations. Hen is in corner 180, 138. Apple. Minus to 0 2 and minus 1, 1, 6. And donut. 200 and minus 1, 2, 1. The only thing remains now is to restart the activity. We click on Restart button. The instructions box comes down. This is the code for the Restart button. It simply broadcasts the message Restart and hides itself when this message reaches the instruction box sprite. It comes down on the stage. On restart, the other sprites, the cat, the hen, the apple and the donut, also move to their original corner locations. On getting restart message, the green start button also shows itself. Instruction box is gliding down to 45, 25 in 1 second. The instructions button sprite is also using restart message to repeat the same things. This way, the entire flow of the activity is divided among each sprite and very logically, the whole activity is controlled as user clicks various buttons and interacts with the sprites. This activity can be modified to make puzzles and games that involve drag and drop technique. Teachers can also create learning activities for small kids to make the learning experience exciting. Hope you liked it. Keep watching for more. Bye.